It's Mike. Welcome back to Mike's Diet of Beauty's World. Current blood sugar is sitting at 10. Pretty active day in corrections. And then a break. That's when last night I turned on my uh, temporary target and that got us going. And now it's correcting and it's gone up to. Sorry, looking at it that way. Let's look at backwards. Okay, time range. Ooh, we made a good day. 77%. 20% above. Still a little high. This is coming into range. This 77 will bring this average sugar down. Looking pretty good. Today I want to talk to you about high blood sugars. I did this talk before about lows and highs, but I want to talk to you about long range high blood sugars. Long range high blood sugars have always been an issue. Obviously, high blood sugars is what made you a diabetic in the first place. You probably more than likely went into DKA. I was sort of, when I got diagnosed, I was sort of knocking at the door. Hi, DKA, hi, I'm over here. But thank God I didn't get that sick. My mom spotted it. My doctor got me tested. But if you continually have high blood sugars after, you're going to cause problems. You're going to get chances of going into DKA. You could lose your eyesight. You could lose your stomach function. You could do so much more. And yet, we have to really be cautionary. We know that doctors now kind of have a framework, and they say between 3.9 and 10 is considered to be normal blood sugars. If you're above 10, 10 to 14, you are high blood sugar. 14 above, you're in dangerous category. Dangerous category. So you need to be following what your doctor has laid out. A plan that you and him have worked on and decided that this is probably going to be the best. I'm not looking at you right today. I don't know why. There. That's a little bit better, isn't it? I'm supposed to look over here, over there. Supposed to look right up there. There we go. So I'll try doing that. I lose sight of it sometimes. But again, high blood sugars, one high blood sugar isn't going to, it's not going to be the end of the world for you. It's maintaining high blood sugars on a day-to-day basis. I've told you of my life after that. I got so mad at that doctor that I left, and he said that I was making up my urine sheets. I wasn't. But I went through a period of, I would take my insulin in the morning, I would take it in the evening, I would go out throughout the day eating whatever I wanted. That's probably a lot of the reason why I'm looking how I am now. But, you know, keeping my blood sugars higher for years felt better. And then I got into an endocrinologist who really stressed to bring my blood sugars down. And we worked on that for years. And it would be nice to say I took my insulin and everything was just wonderful. Well, no, I'm a labile diabetic. Means my blood sugar could do many different things. I like to keep it lower because if I go higher, I know it's easy just to let things go and to be high. The one thing that sort of really annoys me is if you're high and you say you're high, like if I'm 50 and I'll say I'm 50, well, that's much better than being low. No, you're both, but you could die from being low. Well, I hate to break it to you, you could die from being high. High blood sugar will eventually kill. It'll affect your nerves. Blood goes to most of your body, and it'll carry the sugar to most of your body. I know now, if I go high, I feel it. It's not sort of something I want. Is that easy to understand? When you start bringing your blood sugars down, I'm not talking about crashing below 3.9, but between 3.9 and 10, you start to feel a bit better. You start having energy, which is so very much important. Having energy when you're in normal range versus high, it's astronomical. If you're sitting around and you test and you're 20 something, that's time for you to act. Maybe you take a correction. You should speak to your doctor about coming up with a correction plan that works for you. Don't sort of just do the guesswork. Oh, I'm going to go high. Oh, well, I'll just give myself a ton of insulin to see. I did that once and I never do it again. I'm not going to tell you what I did. We're just going to keep it at that because I don't want anyone mimicking the stupidity I did in my life as diabetic. But higher blood sugars are going to affect your nerves. They're going to affect your body. It can affect your eyes. That's why an awful lot of diabetics go blind, is from high sugar. Now, if you have problems with bringing down your blood sugar, call your diabetic nurse. Call your doctor. Let's find out the reason for it. Are you doing something wrong? Well, it's not a point of catching you doing something wrong. It's a point of, hey, try this. See if this works. If any doctor yells at you, maybe you should look at a different doctor. I made a real mistake. I had a run-in with the doctor, and I decided, no, not going to do that. But I didn't go and try to find another doctor. No, I just kind of went on my merry way, just doing the basis. Gave myself insulin in the morning and at night, I was fine. Sometimes I'd have going into the hospital with high blood sugars. But who really cared? I should be caring, and you should care too. If you get higher blood sugars, you should stop about going to the hospital. I'm going to work on these videos a bit more. I've been feeling a little ill lately, not from a high blood sugar, but I'm just going to start putting more effort into it. So if I miss a day, my video just wasn't ready. This one was kind of feel like all over the board, but high blood sugar you need to work on. Everyone needs to work on it. If you're going high and you can't bring down your blood sugars, that's when you should call your healthcare provider and get some help. High blood sugars are the evil part of diabetes. If you have too much of them, you're really going to feel tired, exhausted, thirsty. And you can feel hungry too. Just keep that in mind. Have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye. My email address is Mike's Diabetes World at gmail.com. All one line. Drop me